This is Weather or Not.
And welcome into this very special edition of Weather or Not as we close in on Halloween. A lot going on and rejoicing that the sunshine is making a comeback.
Oh yeah, sunshine, chilly temperatures going to be kind of spooky out there, and that's kind of what you want. At least it's not going to be a brutally hot and humid Halloween. Let's start with the first alert and kind of make this set a little fun, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's make some Halloween magic here, and yeah, this is our counterparts. Meet Skeleton Arnold and Skeleton Docker.
Oh, see, I was thinking these were the ghosts of meteorologists past.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah, so we've got Robert Whitehurst.
Okay.
We've got Marla Branson.
Jessica Dobson.
Yeah, Jessica Dobson. Long list of them here. Not everybody could make it, but welcome back to them.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I did not know you were going to do that. I like that better. Oh, Bob the Skeleton.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of events happening here. Kind of want to take you hometown if we can.
Yeah.
Trick-or-treating is going to be the big topic come Friday night.
There is, and there's a lot happening around here. Boy, this place certainly knows how to do Halloween. Of course, we've got the hometown Halloween. This is at the Market Common, 5 to 7 o'clock coming up Friday evening. That's where I'm going to be. Going to be doing my weather live there from the Market Common. Make sure you stop by and say hey and drop off some Reese's Cups for me there at the Market Common.
Talk about some good candy, too. They also do good candy at the Marsh Walk. Big event. I love going down to the Marsh Walk on Halloween. You'll see some really unique costumes. Starts at 5 o'clock for the trick-or-treating. Then you got the kids' costume. The adults go crazy. That's at 7. And then the final judging of all that's going to be at 9:30. The witches in the Marsh Walk.
Yeah.
Always a fun time.
If you're a people watcher kind of a person, and if you're not really into the dressing up but want to see other people dress up, this is where you need to be, because they go all out down there on the Marsh Walk, and rightfully so, with some big time prizes up for grabs. Also, another one, this one's new this year. I think this is kind of cool. Jeepers Creepers Trunk or Treat, all kind of tied in with Jeep Jam this year.
I like it. The show and grime light. That'll be unique, and you can technically go to both if you're looking to double dip here. Let's continue this, because as we're talking about, obviously, trick-or-treating, you have to throw in Broadway at the Beach. It's going to be packed. It is every year.
Yep.
I love that they start early for the little ones, too, 4:30 to 6:30. Tons of candy if you're looking to capitalize on as much sugar as possible.
Yeah, and also earlier because it'll be a little warmer. This is going to be one of the cooler Halloween evenings we've had around here in a while. Those temperatures reaching up into the low 60s during the day on Friday, but they quickly slip into the 50s as the sun goes down. And for the big kids that are probably going to be out partying a little bit later Friday night, a lot of you probably stumbling home with temperatures in the 40s.
Yeah, jackets for sure are going to be working through, and you're going to need it. Extra layers on the costume. Let's also, because Halloween's known for crazy weather. Let's go back in today in weather history and kind of look at some of the storms. Some of these a little bit more memorable. I remember just talking about this one, the perfect storm of 1991.
Yeah, this was certainly an amazing storm, without a doubt. The movie based on this one, a huge nor'easter, basically, that more or less ate Hurricane Grace. Yeah, talk about gruesome for Halloween. 13 fatalities, 6 of those, of course, on the Andrea Gale. That is the movie of the perfect storm. Just absolutely blasted the Northeast from Massachusetts all the way into Maine. Hurricane force wind gusts, and off of eastern Canada, 100-foot waves. From that massive, massive coastal storm.
Yeah, it wasn't only the perfect storm there, but we also go back a couple of years too. And how about when we're talking about the nor'easter? This is another storm that certainly set up here. You'll notice, look at this. Could you imagine in 2011 having snow of 32 inches in Massachusetts as we go into the right before days of Halloween? Then you're trick-or-treating, but also trick-or-treating, trying to get the plows ready.
Get the plows out, but also, the leaves were still on the trees.
That's crazy.
Hadn't completely fallen out. So, 3.2 million people without power across the Northeast. There were also 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts in Central Park alone because of the snow on top of the trees that still had leaves on them. 1,000 trees coming down there in Central Park, and just some incredible snowfall totals.
And of course, you can't mention previous storms without talking about Sandy, Superstorm Sandy. 1 year later, completely different. Obviously, this one packed a punch for all the wrong reasons. Our own Jenna Greenhill recalls Sandy a lot when she talks about growing up back there in 2012.
Yeah, absolutely historic storm surge there, especially across New Jersey. New Jersey alone coming in with 42 fatalities, 2.8 million without power. Half the city of Hoboken was flooded. And of course, we all remember the Atlantic City boardwalk pictures with the roller coaster down in the Atlantic, but all the way down to the Carolinas, especially the Western Carolinas. There were tropical storm conditions on the coast of North Carolina out on the Outer Banks, but how about 3 feet of snow up on Wolf Laurel back in the ski resorts of Western North Carolina? Certainly was a wild one. However, right here in our own backyard, we have our own little bit of Halloween weather history. The latest hurricane ever on record to hit the Grand Strand was a Halloween hurricane. Meteorologist Matt Bullock brings us the information on that.
Something spooky happened on Halloween 126 years ago. It was the 1899 Halloween hurricane, and it was the 9th storm of the Atlantic hurricane season for 1899. Became a hurricane October 28th, making its first landfall the next day in Cuba, made a second landfall near the Grand Bahama on October 30th as a Category 2 hurricane with sustained winds at 110 miles per hour. And this hurricane continued to steamroll towards the Carolina coastline, making its third and final landfall near Myrtle Beach on Halloween at 5 a.m. as a Category 2 hurricane with sustained winds at 105 miles per hour. Talk about the impacts. Now, there's really not much photos of the damages, especially in Myrtle Beach, because Myrtle Beach didn't really exist back then. Just a few dozen people lived there. But the only reports of damage that we've ever seen recorded was in North Carolina. In Wrightsville Beach, they saw an 8-foot storm surge that led to lots of flooding issues. In addition to that, significant damage in New Bern thanks to the storm surge and also due to the heavy rain. And then 11 ships sank or ran aground from the storm. The only photo I found after days of digging was this weather map from the National Weather Service. Again, this is on October 31st of 1899. This low pressure system had a barometric pressure at 955 millibars, Category 2 hurricane. And again, this system brought some heavy rain. There's gusty winds up to 105 miles per hour when it made landfall, but the only damage that we've seen recorded was in eastern North Carolina. It's also a quick reminder that even though we're past the peak of hurricane season, we can still see that tropical activity going on. We've seen that with Hurricane Melissa. And in fact, the Halloween hurricane is the latest hurricane to ever make landfall in the state of South Carolina. Matt Bullock, WNBF News.
Well, certainly a good reminder when it comes to hurricanes that, it's never too late, obviously, with Halloween, but we're starting to get to that point where we should be okay, knock on wood.
Yeah, let's call it quits for hurricane season, at least for here. I do think we may get another storm down towards the Caribbean, probably in November.
Could even see some coastal storms over the winter. And we have to mention that I feel like instead of treats, we've been playing tricks. Our monitor has been like going black. So we're going to end this before we
the
get cut off
get
here
us.
for sure. But enjoy your Halloween, make it a great one, and I hope it is filled with plenty of candy.